this will be our first O3, like official O3, like after our introductory meeting. So this one will have like practice and action steps from the operation I did last week. So I just want to talk about things that you've been doing well with.
Okay.
So I know you've been working really hard to lower your tone when redirecting students, and I think you've been doing a better job of that on a consistent basis. So I think that's good, and that helps you just to have more positive interactions and like help prevent scholars from escalating.
Sure.
What do you think has led to most of that success?
I think like getting feedback just getting the feedback has been helpful. Like just knowing that like that's not acceptable, and then I've been holding myself to those like expectations for like a lower tone, and just I don't know I enjoy those interactions with like the low interaction with scholars is like has just been so much more effective for me. That's like I don't know it encourages me to like use that more.
What do you notice about students?
That they are more compliant. They don't like it doesn't escalate behavior, and then it also like I mostly have noticed like what it does to all students. So like when I slow down and stop and need to zoom in on someone, like everyone else notices that, and like they kind of like use some self-control and like it calms down the whole situation.
Yeah, because you have a voice that has like a presence to it. So like when you lower your tone, like they still do hear you, but that modulation like lets them know that something different is happening, that they need to pay attention to. So yeah, it does fix it. So today I just want to continue to like leverage that and thinking about a few things today. I want to think about clearly economy of language, because I know you lower the tone, but like sometimes the corrections are still like verbose, so there's like more words to it. So thinking about that. Also, just as a school, we're working on behavior management cycle. So today I want to work on just in your transitions, especially with lip rotations, like how you're giving clear what to do's, how you're narrating, how you're scanning, and how you're like giving checks for those. And then I always give notes. So just I don't know if I told you last time, but I always like take the action step and like give notes on that. Like so that way, and I'll share a folder with you, so that way you'll be able to keep track of all your action steps as well. In addition to any what you think. So again, like thinking about your transitions, I wanted to show a video from Ms. Wong's class at Wisdom, and I want you to look at her transitions because I was in your classroom for transitions, and I want you to thinking about leveraging economy of language and also thinking about what to do directions and good corrections. I want you to think about what you see that makes Ms. Wong's transition effective, and then we'll like look at a video of yours, and then we'll see like what kind of gaps or differences you see in it, and like how could you like make your transition smooth. Sounds good. Look at Ms. Wong. This is it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. This first round.
I didn't realize I showed it.
Friday. Not tomorrow. Not next Friday. Okay, so big question. Is day to day together? I'm not. Great. 100%. So he's going to be I mean, I'm not getting about 75. Second question, I guess, how much do you want to get in the structure of the day-to-day and all that stuff? Like, is this something that would be helpful for you at the create a draft plan?
Wants to show everyone their scores. This is a very much a cultural thing that I'm all about. And everybody else sort of backs away from. And it's like, this is where we're at.
So what did you notice about Ms. Long that made that transition super efficient?
She's had a set of directions that were clear, very, very simple, and applicable to every set of transitions. So it was group, turn, and then numbers. She waited for compliance for every single number until she went on, which gave it like a rhythm. It was 1 walks, 2 walks, 3 walks, and they knew those expectations. She was like posted in like one place pretty much the whole time, and had really strong nonverbal, like especially for stand up. But I guess that was one part of the transition, was still strong nonverbal cues.
So the nonverbal cues like preserve the economy of language. Standing in one spot actually gives students like 1 point for them to track, so that they always know the track right at that spot, but she could still see her whole class transitioning, and she had her fellow like positioned at phonics, so they could like quickly get there. And also, one thing that I noticed, she did wait for compliance. What did you notice about like? She didn't have to really use checks for her transition, but what did you notice that could have been missing from her behavior management side as they were transitioning?
But I haven't actually talked to Jake.
I guess like
He was out yesterday, so I didn't have mine.
there was some positive narration. I guess more like taxonomies.
Yeah, like she could have possibly, and I think like our students need that a little bit more, like a little more positive narration. She gave role points.
Yeah,
Which like if she has that in place, like that works for her classroom. But I think like right now, just to make our transition tight, like she probably needed like a few more
People are doing
positive transition, positive narration.
Right.
So this is a video of you, and I want you to think about while you're watching it, what do you see as like a gap in yours that you could probably use, something you saw from Ms. Wong.
Then they will know they're not going to be the same person doing the coaching afterwards.
Would be helpful if you could hear it.
But then someone will post it afterwards. So I think that is, I think the trickiest part is every year in this activity, I think we have wondering why, or we can do different stuff.
Good urgency, you're going right to your spot.
So they cover the
Stand up in 3. You're going to back to your spot. On the pink tape, you're ready.
Anywhere near what most schools do.
I think it's the pre-analysis piece.
When does that happen, right? How early can we do it? Right? Because like, we're going to do pre-analysis on Wednesday, or grade A going opposed to achieving comparable. I think, yeah, the data just we're actually ending teachers.
So thinking about your transition, and you had them do it again,
Yeah.
Obviously. What do you think was probably something that you saw in Ms. Wong's video that could have potentially been a gap from your video?
I think like definitely posting up in one spot, which I was for some of the video, but not all of the video. I think the pacing, like she's calling one number at a time, whereas I'm just telling them it's a transition, and so like I'm relying on them walking in a line and keeping them together. And I think, yeah, and I also think economy of language, like even though like I did positive narration, like so much of it is just like clouding up the atmosphere, and like they're not focusing on the task at hand. They're kind of like it's making it fuzzy.
Yeah, and even when you got back to have them do it again, they got a lot of directions. To do it again.
Definitely what they do.
So it could have just been like clear what to do. Like you're coming back to do it again, so that you can transition silently. Their hands are glued to your side, and like scan and narrate. And check. Your eyes are forward and tracking me.
Yeah.
Like your lips are zipped. And we're going to transition to your number when I call it.
Right.
Transition. One. So like it could have been just like very
right.
like that, so that they could have like gone back to their seat, sat down, and began working.
Yeah.
So what I want to do over the next week, your action steps, is basically working on economy of language and effective implementation of BNC, of course. So clear, and especially economy of language, with clear what to do from the beginning, and then that way that could prevent the do it again. So clear what to do from the beginning, especially focusing on, and I think from the point where they're in the lines, it's because I didn't even record you getting up from chairs because it's always very clear. But from the point of like transitioning to the lines and being involved, so they're transitioning. And I'll let you tell me because I want you to plan it. Like our planning part and our practice part will be like how they transition to their lines. How you narrate the lines. And then like how you hold them accountable for expectations to transition.
Gotcha.
So right now I'd like to move us to like a little bit of planning for that.
Yeah, great.
See, check on time. We still have enough time. So thinking about once they've stood up from the chairs and they're ready to transition, think about how would you like for them to be standing?
With their so they're actually coming from a line that's lined up, so they're not like coming up from their chairs, but I guess still I want feet together on the number, hands glued to their sides, eyes forward, body still.
Yep, and I think like those are like very simple directions. So you can type those as your directions that you'll be using. When we practice.
I just wanted to know that transition will happen. We'll ask about step administration later. And for the record, all these data things.
And then what should you be doing as a transition?
As they transition, I should be at one spot in the classroom. Initially calling their numbers one at a time, and after I call, I guess first I would set it like when I call your number, walk to your spot and put your feet together. And then I would call a number, scan to make sure that scholar is walking to their number. I could positively narrate, but not too much. And then as soon as they are walking, call the next number.
So where would you narrate, or like at least scan first to see if you can like